Hello and welcome to this new video. Now, right off the bat, I just want to apologize. I don't have race 1 properly recorded. I, basically forgot to plug in the second HDMI cable, so yeah, nothing recorded, so I just had to go from the replays here. But anyways, sort of a summary of qualifying. I managed to qualify P5, and this is lap 1 here of race 1. Getting shuffled around a bit, currently still in P5, although I've got Racer Boy up alongside there, so he's managed to take P5 just about. But we're going to go side by side onto the start-finish straight here, so my P5 is definitely not safe, as he is still on the inside for the very fast turn 1 of Cops. I'm just about past, but I don't really get my braking point right, so I can't carry as much speed through the corner as I would like. So he's going to manage to get past, but he would outbrake himself into the next turn, which meant that I would take P5 back again. But yeah, luckily race 1 wasn't all that eventful. Basically it was just me and Impega sort of hot lapping within, I don't know, like a tenth or so. We were pretty much even on pace. The closest thing that happened was between Stevie and me. Stevie was behind me, absolutely sweating in the laps, trying to get past, and he tried going for the overcut to get past me in the pit stop phase, but as you can see, my car's the black one in front. He didn't manage to make that work, so he came up behind me in P6. Yeah, I only had a couple attempts to try and get past Impega. For the most part, we were about separated by about 100-ish feet or so. This was one of the attempts, and I think this is like lap 14 or so, towards the end. I tried having to go down the inside on the left-hander, but he's going to manage to block my cutback off on the right-hander. But anyway, in the end, I did manage to finish P5 in race 1. Right, so moving on to race 2 here, going to start P5 again because of the reverse grid. So definitely it's looking good to for me to get a good finish here in the final round of this series. So by the looks of it, my launch has been pretty good through turn 1, managing to carry some good speed on cold tires here, immediately closing up to the back of Stevie as we make our way into the kink of turn 2, which leads immediately into turn 3. So he's out just a bit wide on cold tires, so I do manage to get up the inside through the third turn. So yeah, up into P4 here on the first half of lap 1. I've got 3 guys in front of me who I think I should be faster than, because I think all of them qualified behind me, and they finished behind me in race 1, so I think I should be faster, but you never know in these races. So anyway, into this left-hander here, Ollie and Chatty, they're going to have a bit of an argument, and as we make our way into the right-hander, I find myself on the outside of 3 wide through a hairpin, which, well, it's not fun really. So Stevie manages to get up my inside almost, and I just about avoid the sand trap, and I'm not really sure if you heard that behind me, but there was some contact, and I'm not certain exactly what happened there. I think sim steering and Forza contact system and all that good stuff was involved. So yeah, I think 1 or 2 cars went off, so yeah, but luckily I didn't get involved in that. So through turn 1, not taking the best of lines, not carrying as much speed as I could have, so Jem, he's going to optimize his running, and he's going to manage to get to my inside for turn 2, but that's going to put him on the outside for turn 3 here, so not the best place to be, even if it can give you the more flowing run. Kieran, he's also going to jump on that, and he's going to manage to get up my inside through turn 3, so as we make our way out onto the Wellington straight, it's going to be side by side between the 2 of us. So now, about 3 million years later, we are finally approaching the braking zone, and Kieran, he just faked me out, which is very annoying that he managed to pull that off. But yeah, he manages to get up my inside, or rather, he managed to get me to go deep, so he could just take the easy cutback and take P5. Espion also trying to have a look, but I kind of did what Impega did to me in race 1, sort of parked my car on the second apex of the hairpin so he can really get the better cutback run onto the start-finish straight. So still in P6, and just because of the nature of this circuit, not all is lost if you do make a couple mistakes here. So into turn 1, again, just trying to carry as much speed as I can. I seem to have had a decent run. Espion has also had a pretty decent run, and judging by the distance marker, he's actually closing up as we make our way into turn 2 and 3, and he's going to have a look on the inside hand. Going to give him the space, but I don't know, because of his braking I just couldn't turn in enough, and Yemi also manages to slip out the inside, and Racer Boy is also caught up now, so it's not really gone well. I've lost quite a few positions now in a short space of time, which yeah, well, I'm clearly not happy about. Glisker is also relatively close behind, but again, it's side by side as we go into the left-hander here. Racerball on my outside. I'm just going to hold control of the corner, just stick to the apex. Not much he can do there, really, and I'm going to manage to make sure that he doesn't get back at me through the right-hander, so unless I mess up my exit, it looks like I'm going to hold on to P8. Now, on to lap 9, Kieran and Ollie, they had a bit of a strange collision, which dropped them both back a bit. Kieran was behind me by about 120 feet, and he stayed there for about 3 laps or so, until I eventually caught up to this pair of Yemi and Chatty, who had a bit of a collision, which I got caught up in, so Kieran also managed to close up. So into the left-hander here, Chatty, he's going to go very deep, which allows Yemi to get past, and I can pull up alongside, but I'm on the outside for this long hairpin right-hander. Kieran's going to try and look up the inside once again, and I'm on the outside, which is always sketchy. Once again, going to avoid the sand trap narrowly going into that, and you're going to see what that sand trap can do if you go into it. But yeah, Kieran's managed to get past me now onto the start-finish straight. As we are approaching Cobb's turn once again here, just trying to carry as much speed as per usual, and I think I got a pretty decent run here, and I think Kieran, he actually got a very nice run, as I think he's trying to find a way past Chatty going into this next braking zone here. He's on the outside, but that can help him, and I actually broke too late. I missed my braking point, but in the end it kind of worked out. We just ended up 3 wide. I kind of bumped Kieran a bit, but that didn't really affect him because I think Chatty was on the outside, which corrected Kieran's car. But yeah, we're going to be 3 wide here on the Wellington Straight as we go into the left-hander once more. I'm on the outside, so I'm just going to brake a bit earlier, swing it out wide. Chatty, he's going to go pretty deep. Both Kieran and I, we managed to clear him and into the next right-hander. Just trying to focus on your exit there, because this is a pretty long straight going into a fast corner, so if you mess this up, you're not going to do well. But by the looks of it, I've managed to pull away from Chatty on the exit here. Kieran's managed to get away from me, which was going to be the case for the next two or three laps. Now moving to the end of lap 13, that's what the sand trap can do if you go into that. Yemi falling victim to that, slowing his car down massively. So I managed to get up into P5 here, and I'm actually going to set my fastest lap of the race, a 1:04.9, fastest lap I've set in this car around this track. But yeah, managed to hold on to P5 in the end, so I qualified 5th, got P5 in race 1 and P5 in race 2, so very consistent overall. The lap times were also very close throughout the races. 1:05.2 in quality, 1:05.2 in race 1, and 1:04.9 in race 2. So yeah, very happy with this round, best round so far, big points haul. So we're going to move on to the championship standings, as this is the finale. So we're going to see where I managed to finish, and in the end it was P8, and it was actually very close up to P5. So yeah, happy with overall. I'm generally happy with how this season went. Was definitely very fun, and yeah, seemed to be pretty competitive. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.